Welcome to Smashville. This is PK Subban.
I'm Dan Hamhuis.
This is Craig Smith.
This is Mike Fisher.
But you need to dig in right now, every guy.
Everybody loves their soldiers until they come home and stop fighting.
Enough is enough.
They need me to bleed, and I'll bleed for my team.
Start playing with some jam in here. Let's go.
This is Ryan Johansson. Welcome to Smashville.
This is Philip Forsberg.
I'm Victor Arvidsson.
I'm Ryan Ellis.
I'm Matthias Ekholm.
I'm Pekka Rinne, and you're listening to the Renegades of Puck with Crazy Charlie.
Crazy Charlie puts words in my mouth. You can't trust that guy.
If you can't get some fire, some passion, some energy, and figure out how in the hell to talk about this magnificent sport of hockey that has taken over the city of Nashville, then why are you on the radio? You don't deserve it, and you should do the honorable thing and turn your mic in. You're making a damn fool of yourself.
This is my declaration. I'm coming after every single one of you. The lazy, the tired, the boring voices out there. Your time is up. I'm Crazy Charlie Saunier.
I'm Pete Weber of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Roman Yossi of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Colton Sissons of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Eustace of the Nashville Predators.
You're listening to the Renegades of Puck
with Crazy Charlie.
Find a way, boys. No more half-stepping.
Now, here's your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Saunier.
Welcome to the bunker. Welcome to the Renegades of Puck podcast. I'm your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Saunier, and before we get started with a no half-step in hockey coverage, first let me direct you to our home website, renegadesofpuck.com. Once you go to renegadesofpuck.com, you'll learn everything you need to know about the show. Once you get an educated about the show, click on that merchandise tab. Going to take you straight to that classic logo tee, that Pride logo tee that I'm wearing right now, and so much more that you've come to love and expect from the Renegades of Puck. Whether that's socks, throw pillows, wall art, bed sets, it makes no difference to us. After all, we've sold out so that you can buy in. Social media is of critical importance to this independent, unaffiliated operation known as the Renegades of Puck, so here's how you can jump in the trenches with us. You can find us on Instagram and Threads and Facebook. Those are our primarily used social media platforms, so please help us out there. It doesn't take you but a second. It doesn't cost you a single thing, but it sure goes a long way to helping us out. YouTube, that is where we are doing our most work right now. All of our content is being posted over on the Renegades of Puck YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the channel. As you know, we are beginning to build towards some very new and different content here on the show as we wrap up the Renegades of Puck podcast, as you have noted, for the previous 995 episodes before this afternoon's session. Sure would help us out if you join us over on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications, and pass those links on to the Renegades in your life. We really need some support right now. We are trying to raise some money, not only to finish off the new set and the new project, but also to enter a team in the upcoming Wish Cup tournament. If you would like to donate to us to help us fund our tournament team or help us finish building the set, you can go to Venmo and search Renegades of Puck. There's some QR codes, I think, over there still. One maybe over there on the desk. Just scan those. Every dollar you donate goes directly to helping this independent and unaffiliated operation known as the Renegades of Puck. Now listen, I know it's time for the no half-step in hockey coverage, so let me deliver the goods. It is time for operation number 996, and as you can see, the set is almost completely deconstructed now. You will see before the end of this episode the beginnings and the reveal and the first video tests from the brand new Renegades of Puck headquarters, which is where most of what you are used to seeing has been relocated and reallocated to helping us out. So we will, in fact, be taking you to the new set before the end of this episode. But right now, it's time to go back and recap the Milwaukee Admirals season, and then we'll move on. We'll talk about the Wish Cup that the roller tournament just wrapped up, the Renegades of Puck Hockey Club, and some other things going on throughout the hockey landscape. So let's get into it. The Milwaukee Admirals finished the regular season after 72 games in first place with a record of 40-21-5-6. They were the Central Division champions. They scored 218 goals on the season. They gave up 184 goals against. Behind them in the Central Division, finishing in second, was the Texas Stars. Then in third place, the Grand Rapids Griffins. Fourth place saw the Chicago Wolves. Fifth place, the Rockford Ice Hogs. Those five teams all qualified for the Calder Cup playoffs. The Iowa Wild and the Manitoba Moose in sixth and seventh place in the Central did not make it to the playoffs. playoffs. It was the Milwaukee Admirals finishing with 91 points, winning the Central Division by 2 points over the Texas Stars. This matchup will come up again here in just a moment. During the regular season, the Admirals on home ice, a remarkable record of 23-8-3-2. They acquired 51 points out of their 91 coming on the home rink, 17-13-2-4. On the road, they managed 40 points on the road, so an above 500 record on the road and a very good record at home. That's how you put the formula together to win a division, as Carl Taylor led the Admirals to again this season. Now, some of the numbers for this Admirals team. Goals for the season, 3.03 per game, was 16th best in the AHL, 218 total goals for on the season. The goals against category, 2.56 goals against, was third best in the AHL, 184 total goals against. In the shots on goal category, 26.13 for the Milwaukee Admirals, was 32nd and last in the AHL, 1,881 total shots, saw them far behind the rest of the league. In the shots against category, 30.11 per game, was 22nd overall in the AHL, 2,168 total shots against on the season. The Admirals' power play converted at 19.5% this season. It was 10th best in the AHL. Their power play goals for on the season, 50 in total. Their penalty kill had a kill rate of 85.6%. That was third best in the AHL. They gave up 38 power play goals against, but offset that with 11 shorthanded goals for the season. For the Admirals, that then brought us to the playoffs, where the Admirals earned a first-round bye in an attempt to acquire the Calder Cup. That brought them to the Central Division semifinal best-of-5 round against Rockford. We began on May the 1st, and it was Rockford scoring the win in Milwaukee against the Admirals in overtime to take a 1-0 lead in the best-of-5 series. And on the 3rd of May, Rockford scored the 6-1 victory in Milwaukee, taking a 2-0 lead. It would be on the 7th of May when the Admirals would score the first victory of the series, 6-2 in Rockford, gaining their way back into the series by 1 game. Then on the 9th of May would be the Admirals defeating Rockford 3-2 in Rockford to claw their way all the way back into the series, tying it up at 2 apiece, forcing a Game 5 at home, which is where they would take that game on May the 11th by a score of 4-3, and they would do it in dramatic fashion, including winning it in overtime. The Admirals win that series 3-2, advance to the Central Division Finals, and on the 15th of May, take on the Texas Stars in Game 1 of the series, and it was the Texas Stars coming away with the 4-2 victory in Game 1. The Admirals strike back in Game 2 with the 6-4 victory, tying the series up at 1 apiece. Texas goes ahead 2-1 with a 6-1 victory in Game 3, and then it is the Admirals tying the series up with a 2-1 victory in overtime, again forcing a Game 5, but this time unable to use the home ice advantage and unable to hold on. They fall to the Texas Stars on the 25th of May by a score of 3-2. The Texas Stars win this series by a total of 3-2. But the Texas Stars would fall in the next round to the Abbotsford Canucks, and they are currently getting ready to take on the Charlotte Checkers in the Calder Cup final that is getting ready to get underway here this upcoming weekend. So that takes you through the regular season and the playoff bracket for the Milwaukee Admirals. Let's talk about what the stats look like for the Admirals on the season, and then we'll talk about the playoff stats, and then we'll wrap up another successful season for the Milwaukee Admirals, but unfortunately another season where they couldn't quite get all the way through to the championship. But again, another fantastic season for Carl Taylor and the Milwaukee Admirals. Let's not take away from the fact they did win the Central Division. They did advance after coming back in the Central Division semifinal to win that Game 5, and they put up a heck of a fight against the Texas Stars, which, again, the Admiral Stars finished 1-2 in the Central Division, only separated by 1 total point. The regular season statistics saw Cal O'Reilly, yes, longtime veteran Cal O'Reilly, skated in 68 games for the Admirals this season. He put up 49 total points, 38 of those being assists. That paced the Milwaukee Admirals. And then it was Jake Lucchini, 70 games skated, 21 goals to pace the Admirals, 24 assists, 45 total points, second overall. Joachim Kemmel, the Nashville Predators, hoping to see him take this level of production to the NHL possibly as soon as next season. 19 goals in 65 games for the Admirals, but 40 points overall for a well-balanced, rounded season. 40 points in 65 games. Again, the Nashville Predators would be happy with that level of production from their young prospect, especially if it's close to 20 goals. Ozzy Weisblatt finished fourth on the Admirals in scoring this season. He had 64 games skated for the Ads, 15 goals and 25 assists. That 25 assists represents second overall in team for 40 total points. And then you saw Denisenko had 17 goals and 22 assists for 39 points. And then you look down the list a little bit. Heine Stroza this season finished with 33 points for the Admirals in just his 26 games skated. Of course, he came up to the Nashville Predators. It didn't quite work out there. Kiefer Bellows also saw some time in Nashville, had a very successful season at the AHL level in just 44 games skated. He had 15 goals and 16 assists for 31 points on the year. Murray in net, 28, 10, and 5 on the season, 2.07 goals against average, a .932 save percentage, 2 assists, 4 penalty minutes, and 4 shutouts on the season. Krona backed up 12, 11, and 5 as the record, 2.80 goals against average, and a .903 save percentage. The defense and the goaltending for Carl Taylor and the Milwaukee Admirals was exceptional this season. They were third overall in the league in goals against. They were third best in the league in penalty killing, and their netminder was easily one of the best overall in the league. Playoff statistics, Kiefer Bellows stepped up big in the 10 games that he played in the playoffs. 3 goals, 6 assists, 9 points, so nearly a point per game for the Milwaukee Admirals during the playoffs. Svechkov, again, another Nashville Predator hopeful for next season. 4 goals, 4 assists, 8 total points. Kemmel 3 and 5 for 8. Weisblatt 2 and 6 for 8. And DeLeo was at 3 goals, 2 assists for 5 points. And Mark Del Gaizo, 1 goal, 4 assists for 5 points. Murray in net went 5 and 5 with a 3.20 goals against average and an .878 save percentage in the playoffs. That's going to wrap up the Milwaukee Admirals season. Again, another successful season, a division championship. Carl Taylor continues doing the good and successful work. Thankfully for the Nashville Predators, he did not get a call from any of the franchises that were looking for a head coach in this upcoming cycle. So it seems Carl Taylor will be returning for the future with the Milwaukee Admirals. And I think that that is nothing but fantastic. I do still think that Carl Taylor could be the best option for the Nashville Predators if Andrew Brunette is unable to right the ship after this season and the Predators get off to a slow start. A promotion of Carl Taylor with many of the players that he's coached along the way could be the antidote that the Predators need. But that scenario is unlikely, but I do think it would be successful if it did come to having to relieve Andrew Brunette of the head coaching duties. Carl Taylor is one of the best assets that this Nashville Predators franchise has. And I appreciate another fantastic season from Carl Taylor and from the Milwaukee Admirals. It's a shame that they can't get that Calder Cup back to Milwaukee, but they move on to another season. The Predators will be restocking that cupboard with a lot of high draft picks in the upcoming draft. All right, let's take a quick break. Let's come back. We'll shift gears. We're going out to the Wish Cup. It was Hendersonville. It was outside, and we were on wheels this time, but the Renegades of Puck were there to represent. Back after this on the Renegades of Puck podcast.
Hockey players are as unique as the game itself, and your uniform should be tailored to fit you. Rebirth Sports is your sports apparel tailor. From shells, bags, warm-ups, hats, hoodies, branding, and more, let Rebirth Sports be your custom hockey tailor.
And don't forget to tell them they do more than just hockey.
Rebirth Sports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Rebirth Sport, a match made in hockey.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm Tracy, owner-operator of Strong Style Fitness. And that's me and my training assistant, Rizzo. And we are here to bring you fitness that meets you where you are by offering circuit classes, bar-inspired classes, Tabata workouts, boot camps, guided stretching, and more, all taught by a certified personal trainer, me. To learn more, go to our website, strongstylefit.com. Subscribe on YouTube at Strong Style Fitness. Follow on social media at Strong Style Fit. But most importantly, let's get you moving. It doesn't matter if it's your first workout or you've been doing it for years. Strong Style Fitness has the workout that meets you on your journey and helps you along the path to a happier, healthier life. I understand where you've been, what you were going through, and where you were going, and I want to take you there. We'll see you on the mat. Mwah.
The digital environment can be quite intimidating, time-consuming, and cumbersome, especially with all those other areas that need attention at your business, and that's why Stripe Digital Solutions is here to help. I know because that's exactly what Stripe Digital Solutions did for me and the Renegades of Puck. From designing my home website and helping me create my merchandise to special event posters, brand building, and social media management. But it's not just that, it's so much more. Stripe Digital Solutions has helped me every step of the way. From startup to full-time operation, Stripe Digital Solutions has been there to assist and advise every single step of the journey. In today's fast-paced world, the path to success is having a strong digital partner, and nobody is better in the trenches than Brandy and Stripe Digital Solutions. Get the solution before it's even a problem with Stripe Digital Solutions. Welcome back in. The AHL has its final series. We just talked about that. The NHL is in the middle of its Stanley Cup final. Florida and Edmonton. It is part 2, and it has lived up to the hype so far. A lot of physical play, a lot of drama, a lot of excitement, overtime, late goals. All of that has been happening. So we continue watching the Stanley Cup final. At this time of recording, the Florida Panthers lead 2-1 in the Stanley Cup final, looking to repeat as champions. Now, let's go to Hendersonville, Tennessee. It was the Wish Cup Roller Edition, and it was the Renegades of Puck participating in a number of ways. It was I myself getting to broadcast yet again, a great privilege. Colby Collier trusting me on the headset to broadcast 4 of the Pro Division games in the Wish Cup. Some incredible action, incredible hockey, and I was able to bring, my incredible talents to the microphone for these. I'd like to bring you a bit of a clips package here from those 4 games, put this together so you could absorb a little bit of the action. Stick taps to Roller Hockey TV for their support and their work on the broadcast. You'll see their production work right here. You'll also hear me thank them during the montage, so I'll thank them again going into the montage. Roller Hockey TV, stick taps to you guys. Appreciate all the work out there. Let's go out to the rink right now. It's the Pro Division. I'm on the headset. Here we go.
And welcome in, everybody. It's time for Saturday afternoon Day 2 action, coming to you live from the Wish Cup Veterans Park at Arrowhead in Hendersonville, Tennessee, right here on Roller Hockey TV. I'm Charlie Saunier from the Renegades of Puck, and we are all set to drop the puck on Pro Division action here at the Wish Cup. Thank you so much for joining us here on a Chamber of Commerce afternoon in Hendersonville, Tennessee. The weather, perfect, only going to get better. The only thing missing is you. We've got space for you. Come on out and join us for a perfect day. Long pass up to the red line. Hold contested. One-on-one battle against the wall. Skate uses to move the puck, but it doesn't go anywhere. Phoenix Fleas turn the puck over. They had an opportunity right there, possibly to get into the offensive end. That's going to be 97 for the Puttery Roller Foundation. What a release right there. He hunts the puck down, sends it back to the slot area, and in close range, an incredible save right there by the Phoenix Fleas netminder. The only reason there's still no score in this game is because of that 5-star close range save, putting all of the skills and utilities on display for us here at the Wish Cup. Pass across laterally. Now they'll look to skate into the offensive zone in the middle of the rink. Shot into the glove. Body crashing, looking for a rebound opportunity. There was none. Every player on both bench standing up, leaning over the wall, vocally encouraging each and every one of their mates. Glove taps as they come off the rink. We've got one of the best round-robin games that we've seen here in Wish Cup action. Just incredible to be an observer and a witness to such fantastic action. Timeout has expired. We will regroup at the center of the rink with 3:21 to go. We've got a 3-1 hockey game in favor of the Phoenix Fleas.
Buttery Roller Foundation looking to make a comeback here and looking to make it dramatic in the final minutes. They win the faceoff. They move into the offensive zone. They get the shot, and they make it dramatic, just as I articulated. We now have 3:14 to go here in the second period, and we've got a 3-2 hockey game. They're going to have to move quickly. The shot from long range. They'll try to get the rebound. Puck goes up into the air. 2-1. And that's going to do it. An incredible hockey game won by the Phoenix Fleas. 3-2 over the Buttery Roller Foundation. I'm Charlie Saunier from the Renegades of Puck. It has been an honor and a pleasure to be a part of this broadcast. Can't thank Craig Jolly, our producer, enough, or our camera operators, Adam Steele and Mike Vickerman. An incredible crew, an incredible presentation, and I'm incredibly lucky to play a small part in it. They'll slow things down as the breeze picks up again. Chamber of Commerce style weather here in Hendersonville, Tennessee. If you've been part of previous Wish Cups, the weather has not always been this cooperative. It is a day to make magic out here on the rink. A nice breeze, cool temperatures, and humidity not affecting the gameplay that badly. Champion Wheeler is going to get a chance to break out right here. 3-on-2 through the neutral zone. Give and go, and they'll fire that shot home to tie this game up at 1 apiece with 11:04 to go here in the first period. Both of the goals coming in this game so far off of the rush. Back out into the neutral zone. It's a 2-on-1. We've got an opportunity of our in close range. Let's see what the referee is going to say. No goal. No goal. Ibarra played it towards the net, and it looked like it was sitting loose on the goal line, and the jam comes just after the referee had determined the play to be ended. The whistle hadn't blown yet, but we all know how that works out. The intent to whistle. Please don't ever say those words here in Nashville, Tennessee. Intent to whistle on a goal again. Sorry, everyone. Face-off coming too. There's some trauma still from 2017. There really is. Top Shelf Hockey's got a chance at a 2-on-1 across the line at close range. Big save, secondary big save right there. Cantali coming up huge. 1 time, 2 times. 60 seconds remaining here in this hockey game. 5-1 in favor of Top Shelf Hockey champion Wheelers. Looking to get a rush right here and an offensive opportunity with the goaltender down and out. That puck is fired from long range. Finds its way into the net for the second goal of the game for the champion Wheelers. We've got a 5-2 hockey game with 51.3 seconds left. Champion Wheelers tried to make a run of it here towards the very end of the game. Just unable to come back. An insurmountable deficit. Clock is running. Champion Wheelers elect to just pass it back to the defense and hold as we hit the final seconds of the game. Thank you so much for watching this game right here, coming to you live from the Wish Cup at Veterans Park at Arrowhead in Hendersonville, Tennessee. It is Top Shelf Hockey 6, the Champion Wheelers 2. We'd like to thank our outstanding crew, our producer, Craig Jolly, our camera operators, Adam Steele and Mike Vickerman. Well, me, I'm Charlie Saunier from the Renegades of Puck. You've been watching Wish Cup action right here. More action coming up in just moments, live on Roller Hockey TV. Heavy scrum early on in this first period taking place. Some body contact trying to seal off the puck. Dogged determination, and no one will relent. Who will come away with the puck? It's the Buttery Roller Foundation. They move the puck back out into the neutral zone. They elect to skate out, building some speed right in front of us here at the ladder, and firing into the net. That's going to be number 97, Kyle Crowley. He built a little bit of speed through the neutral zone over the blue line, and just an absolute laser beam of a release makes it 2-0 just that quickly. Buttery Roller Foundation come away with the puck. It's a 1-on-1 scenario. Chip chase, catch up to it, and put it in the net. An incredible individual effort right there makes this game 4-0. Again, hit the Jets at the last second after making the zone entry, went inside, and then was able to get the puck back and finish the play. Impressive individual skill set right there by the Buttery Roller Foundation. looking for the shot, takes the shot. It's gloved down with Acorn crashing hard at the crease, looking for the jam on the doorstep, but it was not to be. 43 seconds to go here on the power play. And now hand the puck off to the defense. Bleeding clock at this point in time is not going to be much of an issue for the Buttery Roller Foundation. They have shown an acute expertise in possession and now moving that puck ever so quickly. And that was followed up. The first save, maybe the second save, but the third one finds itself into the net. And that's going to make it 8-0. 29. And that is going to be a final. It is the Buttery Roller Foundation advancing to Sunday's bracket with an 8-0 victory here over the Nuts Pro. They'll shake hands at center. Nuts Pro comes away with it. Number 8 fires. Good low shot right there. Finds itself just inches wide of the left post. That's going to allow the CCM Bearcat Pro team to come out of their own end looking for their first offense of the game. They turn the puck over, but it is an elusive puck. It is turned over yet again. Looking for their first shot on net. Sharp angle, and it is into the net. 13:23 to go here in the first period. We've got our first goal of the game. Bearcat Pro takes a 1-0 lead. Off to the bench first for glove taps is going to be number 9, Jack Olmstead. Contested puck going behind the CCM Bearcat Pro net along the half wall. Nuts Pro is going to send it back down the defensive end, but things are not quite connecting right now. Loose puck corral picked up. Nuts Pro look to go on the offense, but that is circumvented. They'll now recirculate, send it back in, and that catches some iron. We've got ironworks here early in Hendersonville. Number 15 for Nuts Pro. That's going to be Mortensen. Dumps the puck in, and that backhand is in. Number 93 with the sick hands. Rick Acorn finishes off at close range, tying the game up at 1 apiece. 12:33 to go. Here in the first period, we've got 1 goal on each side of the board. Nuts Pro is able to take the puck away. Looking for Rick Acorn is always a good option at this moment in time. Acorn at close range, sends it across. Gibbons comes away with the blocker safe shot. May have been going just wide of the post, but Acorn with the fantastic world-class distribution service right there. Nuts Pro looking for a sharp angle shot. They'll take it off the outside of the cage. Puck is going to be taken away and skated out by CCM Bearcat Pro through the neutral zone. 2-on-3 on the left side, looking for a sharp angle shot, button hooking, sending it back to the middle for the trailer, and they'll get a great scoring opportunity, and they will finish that play off right there. Great awareness, not to force the sharp angle shot, but to button hook down in the corner, wait for the trailer, and put the puck into a perfect scoring opportunity. We've got a 7-3 hockey game now with 10:54 to go here in the second period. Power play continues. Nuts Pro have done a good job with zone time and possession, but so far they don't have the shot they're looking for. Acorn works his way down along the goal line, gets the puck now, steps out front, fires, and it does not go. That was the setup that the Nuts Pro were looking for. Acorn again in that spot, has another opportunity. Gibbons stops the first one, and then it is poked home as the rebound was laying there in a dangerous area. The puck is poked into the net. That's going to be a power play goal for Nuts Pro. Puck is down, clock is running. CCM Bearcat Pro get the puck. They take it out to the neutral zone. We'll see if they just skate out the final seconds. They send it across. One more big save by Fernandez with the goal, and that's going to do it. It's going to be the CCM Bearcat Pro winning this game by a score of 11-5 over Nuts Pro. Coming to you live from Wish Cup at Veterans Park at Arrowhead in Hendersonville, Tennessee. I would definitely like to thank our crew, producer Craig Jolly, camera Adam Steele, and Mike Vickerman. You've been watching the Wish Cup right here live on Roller Hockey TV. More action coming up in just a few minutes.
Welcome back in, Renegades of Puck podcast. That was the Wish Cup broadcast highlights edition. Now, Let's talk about the Renegades of Puck actually on the rink highlights edition. For the first time in team history, the Renegades of Puck fielded a roller hockey team. We entered the club level of the Wish Cup, and you know what? We showed up and we went out there and we tried our best. It didn't start out great. Took a couple of games to get our wheels underneath us, but stick taps to every single one of the Renegades who stuck with it through the first 4 games and then picking up a huge victory. The first roller hockey win in team history for the Renegades of Puck. Here's the highlights from our roller hockey version of the Wish Cup. This is the Renegades of Puck in action right here. Stick taps to Brandon Adams for his tremendous efforts captaining that squad on the rink right there. I was there in support, doing the managing, covering from a media perspective, and also just helping out at the tournament in general. So appreciate everybody who got on their wheels and came on out to the Wish Cup and supported and played for the Renegades Puck, especially Stefano Cantali out of Montreal. We sure do appreciate you very, very much for putting on the jersey and joining us out there. The Renegades Puck Hockey Club on the ice is in the middle of a season right now, locked into a heavy battle near the top of the lower D division. As of this recording, the Renegades of Puck tied for second place in a logjam. Half a season to go, so we'll update you more on that soon. But very excited about how the team is growing and coming together and developing chemistry. I look forward to getting some more results and some more games myself out there with the Renegades. Let's talk about the Renegades of Puck headquarters. I teased it early in the episode. We have a brand new set. We have a brand new studio. You've been seeing the pictures on social media. We've started testing some of the video over there. We still have to install some lighting. We have to get some new cameras. So it's the technology portion now that we are working on over in the Renegades of Puck headquarters, but we're having a little bit of fun testing out the set and utilizing all of the assets that it brings to us. So a little bit of test footage for you right here. So as you can see, we're having a lot of fun over at the Renegades of Puck headquarters. We're experimenting with just what we can get away with before we start bringing guests into the headquarters and getting the new content up and rolling. Very much looking forward to that. It may still be a few weeks, but we're very close. We've got to finish disassembling this set as we finish processing out this show, and we will do that with episode 1000, which will be a live show, a spectacular event. We'll have many details coming very soon about that. Don't worry, we know how to promote, and we will. So that's got you caught up to date on everything. So listen, we're going to get out the door. We're going to be on our way, and I'm going to say I appreciate your viewership. I appreciate your time, and most importantly, I appreciate each and every one of you. Operation number 996 is in the books. I'll leave you with this, Renegades. Stick taps, love, and respect.